Hey movement athletes, I want to talk to you a little bit about removing the lumbar spine from certain movements to make sure that we're focusing on the right muscles. Most adults at some point will experience some kind of lower back pain, and it's really easy for a lot of movements to stress the lower back when doing incorrectly. So if you think about any overhead motion where we're trying to get a higher, taller angle, sometimes we arch a little bit, or if we're picking things up wrong, or if you're doing different kind of leg lifts, if you're familiar with leg kicks and leg movements to work the lower back and glutes. Again, really easy for this lower back to take the brunt of it. So I'm going to show you 4 different exercises. Basically remove the lumbar spine so you're focusing on the right muscles. So they're all going to be in a hunched over position. So the first one I'll show you is going to be in a dog position. And really the further back you go into this, the harder this is going to be. So I'll start off really just in the dog position and do what's called a thoracic rotation. So putting one hand behind my head, going to thread the needle and turn towards the ceiling. Okay, I'm bending my post arm a little bit and I extend it straight as I turn out. So again, the further I sit back in this, the harder it is for me to turn because I cannot use my lumbar spine in this at all. And the next exercise will be hunched over. We're going to do a rear leg raise. So my thigh is contacting my chest and I'm simply just lifting my leg behind me as high as I can go. And this is going to be a much smaller movement because, again, I can do no movement in my lumbar spine versus, again, if I was in this taller position, I can really start to arch. It's higher, but, again, starts to target the lower back too much. Then we can do a similar one sidewards. So same position, side lifts. Maybe not an impressive range, but, again, we're restricting it, and it's just going to be the glute muscles working primarily. Okay, last one is going to be for the shoulders. So we'll be in this child's pose, turning one hand up, lifting it, flipping over, alternating. And I'm trying to keep my palm face up and lift my arm straight. So again, if I were to do this without this box or without being hunched over, I can just lift up all day, and a lot of this can come into my lower back. So again, these are 4 exercises to try because it's going to make it strict. You're going to remove the lumbar spine from moving, and it's going to really tax the right muscles. So give those a go.